students to I know.
So today, ladies and gentlemen, we are in a 2009 MazdaSpeed3. It is a first generation MazdaSpeed3 in comparison to the newer gen, which is the second gen that I have previously reviewed, which had around the same horsepower. That had 310 wheel horsepower. This has 335 with 397 foot-pounds of torque. So basically you have 400 foot-pounds of torque in a front-wheel drive car, which is pretty fun. First and second gear are pretty useless, and I'm glad that I know that before I got into this car, but there's also launch control that has two-step. The two-step is set at 3,800, so it gives you as clean of a launch as you could possibly have. The car is a 6-speed transmission, and the good thing is it is on E85. Now what that means, you have a lot of low-end torque, so you can use some of that low-end torque to cruise at really low speeds in a higher gear. Your instinct wants you to go to a lower gear to cruise around town, for example, but you can do a higher gear and it's fine, which is very interesting for kind of these 4 cylinders. Oh boy, boost kicks in real nice. In order to get your full amount of boost, you have to really be gunning for it. You have to have it pretty much all the way to the floor. And the red line of this car is 7,000 RPM. It also has flat foot shifting at 6,800 RPM, so very impressive stuff. A lot of people seem to prefer the first gen Speed3 to the second one from what I've talked to, and so far, I think I might side with them already. This one feels a little bit smaller and it feels a little bit more nimble. The other one, you sit kind of high, and also it just feels like a big fat car. Not saying it's a bad car, I think I prefer this one. And I think a lot of people just don't like the big smiley clown face on the second one as well, even though he looks happy all the time, so I can't really say anything. The motor is a 2.3 liter 4-cylinder engine by Mazda. There's a lot of FOMOCO under the hood since this is still the era where Mazda was owned by Ford, so there's a lot of influence there. To get these numbers, the car has a air intake, a fuel pump, a downpipe, and a tune. And that's it, which is pretty awesome. You'd think to get over the stock numbers that much that you would need a lot to do, but you really don't, and it makes a world of a difference. I've ridden in a stock version of these, and this already feels torquier and a lot more fun. The clutch in this car is actually very, very easy. You just get up and you go. And when you leave out of first gear, you start to feel the wheel kind of snap at you just a little bit. Not too bad though, but we'll do a little third gear roll on. The third gear rolling had no torque steer at all, 0. I could totally see if second did, but third gear, you just wind it right out. You look down, and you just kind of relax and you just do it, and the shifter is awesome. It's super simple. You don't feel like you're gonna get locked out or anything like that. Plus, the car shot a backfire, so bonus points. The car also has a turbo smart blow-off valve, so you get the lovely purge noise every time you let off the gas. I feel like it's one of those cars where you wouldn't even have to drive it fast. You just go in and out of boost over and over again and just listen to that. What's kind of cool about the Speed3 is that it was very out of nowhere. It's one of those cars where it's kind of ambitious, and I feel like I just imagine the Mazda people, board of directors, like, well, we've done a good job selling the 3, so let's just strap a turbo on it and see what happens. Why not? And the result is pretty awesome. First gear, second gear. Hooked up a little bit, definitely spins though, but it's almost like a fun form of spinning. I approve. The tires on this car are a 225/45 by 18. So not the widest tire in the world, but so far for what this car is made for, it does the job. completely. It's a lot of fun. I honestly, it's one of those cars that I kind of can't wait to do it again, because it's fast, but it's to the point where you can have fun and not really worry about your surroundings that much. Had a little chirp halfway through the power band and a backfire. Another awesome slash astonishing thing about this car is that it's on completely stock suspension. And a lot of the times, you'll get a lot of hopping in a front wheel drive car with any kind of power. So if you see the tread marks, they'll go like this and they'll be separated. But with this car, it just goes. It's great, and around bends as well, it doesn't break a sweat. For some people, this car might be a little, I don't know. I think the interior, since it's so much like a normal 3, if some people want that extra edge to be special, then they wouldn't like it. But it really is just a really beefed up turbocharged 2.3 in a Mazda 3, which I think that's kind of the cool factor of it. But some people may not like that. And this car has been owned by my buddy Dave, who has owned it since 2009, since it was brand new, and he loves it and he can't get enough of it. And he says he's gonna drive it till the wheels fall off. And that's my style of buying a car. Some people are able to trade in and lease cars over and over and over, and I'm definitely not one of them. I'm definitely somebody who hunts for the right car and sets their sight on it and keeps it. And that's what I really like about this Speed 3. Another thing about this car is that it has the all holy access port. So with that, you can read codes, you can data log, you can upload your tunes, everything. And that's why they're so popular in the world of hot hatches and Subarus and things such as that. It's a great way to kind of handle everything. It gives right now our boosted air temperature as well. When we were getting into it, it was going up. But at least we know, right? Instead of just being like, oh, it's fine all the time. And the car, when you cruise it on the highway, it's so smooth too. I mean, we're cruising, it's not loud, and I could do a really long road trip in this car and just be gravy. Other than the downpipe, the car is stock exhaust. So basically knock out that one part that adds power to it in the airflow, and then after that, have the comfort of the stock exhaust. Dave says he likes to think of this car as a 5-passenger car instead of a 4-passenger car because the glove box is big enough to fit a small child in it. And it's ridiculous how much room there is for storage in this car as well. So going back to road trips, it's a perfect road trip car. Plus you have the hatch. So now we are going to test the 2-step. And straighten yourself out. Whoops. Whoops. There we go. Much better. At first I was just roasting, but a part of me was like, do I just keep doing this for fun or do I try? So with that climactic ending, I want to thank all of you guys for watching this video. I thank every single one of you. I hope you had a good time. I know I did. And I want to thank Dave so much for letting me drive his Speed 3. It was a great time. And I will see you guys next time, and take it easy. Have a good one.